sites to go on. Okay. I bought a.
So hey guys, we are live with the CES event of 2021. So yep. I'll turn on the camera once it is live. Image live. And hopefully I'm audible. Is it better now? Yep, it's probably better. The event is starting out in like a few minutes, so we guys can wait. I'm okay, so इवेंट स्टार्ट होने वाली है, so let's go. एक सेकंड रखो भाई वाह. It's about to start premiere in 2 minutes, so yeah, let's see. And waiting. Hopefully they announce something good. At least announce something Horizon 5900 related, because they never announce anything good lately. It's all expensive and overpriced, so yeah. 18,000 people waiting on the stream. Wow. And we are here just streaming. Chill करेंगे अपन लोग. It's fine now, so waiting. अभी तो और वेट करवाएंगे. I guess they'll make us wait more. Sad. But whatever. And welcome to the stream, guys. जो भी join कर अभी. Everybody is streaming, literally. Everybody is streaming this event. They're not starting out. It's 9:30 and Lisa so is like, I'm a lazy girl. Okay. Hey. This is crazy. This event is going to be crazy. और जो भी मेरे सब से like कर लो. Let's see what they bring to the table, and इसके बाद हम देखेंगे NVIDIA का. Maybe हम बोर हो जाए तो we're gonna play games. That's it. It's a premiere. What? It's a YouTube premiere, bro. Hello. Just give me a minute. What up is AMD doing? This is so cheap. Like so bad. Ish. This is sad. This is really sad. What is AMD doing? Hello. It's not even live. Give me a second. That's scaling now. Scaling time. And I'm very coming. It's still coming. Okay, so 30 seconds left. Finally, we're gonna get some announcement. Bad music. Lol. Subscription check करता हूँ कौन stream कर रहा है इसको. Wow. Is it started yet? Yep, it is.
Welcome to CES. I'm thrilled to introduce today's keynote speaker, AMD President and Chief Executive Officer, Dr. Lisa Su. She's also was just recognized as Fortune's #2 most powerful business person of the year. She is known for making big bets, leading disciplined execution against ambitious roadmaps, forging meaningful partnerships, and accelerating the growth and trajectory of AMD. Lisa Su has made a name for herself as an industry leader who is pursuing cutting-edge technologies that change the world. AMD products and technologies are helping to redefine the technology industry. We already see that through its work with PCs, where AMD technology has helped people to reimagine the future of education, entertainment, gaming, and work as it continues to push the envelope on performance. And in the cloud, where AMD technology powers some of the most important services, from video conferencing to video streaming. It's hard to tour the all-digital CES and not see something that AMD is a part of. From powerful desktops used by content creators to notebooks and Chromebooks that have assisted in the virtual schooling of children everywhere, to your favorite new game consoles. AMD touches so many facets of life-changing technology. Dr. Su is an engineer, technologist, and problem solver at heart who has always been driven to find meaningful solutions to challenges and successfully advancing leading-edge semiconductor and high-performance computing technologies throughout her career. Prior to joining AMD, Dr. Su held technology and business leadership positions at IBM and Freescale Semiconductor, now NXP. I'm excited to welcome Dr. Lisa Su to CES.
Okay.
Technology changes the world, but not on its own. Hardware needs heart.
Let us watch the stream as well.
Software
It's
needs soul.
1080p. That's about it.
When processing power
They're not
meets
even doing
brain
4K.
power,
Why?
tomorrow comes alive.
Always joining for
1,000 ideas spark inside one mind. The world shrinks.
Was that an Asus keyboard?
Horizons expand. The speed of progress leaves us breathless. With high-performance computing to lift us, we see more possibilities, new opportunities.
New opportunities in making profits with the Ryzen 5000 series.
We see
Okay.
where the future starts.
Everybody on YouTube is streaming this. So there's the Dr.
Welcome, everyone.
Lisa Su.
Thank you to Gary and to all of you for joining us today at CES 2021. It's an honor to keynote CES for the second time. I know for most of us, we start every January together, so doing a virtual keynote is certainly different. At CES last year, none of us could have imagined all the things that would happen in 2020 as we navigated the COVID-19 pandemic globally. I know it was a challenging year for everyone, but it was also a year where we experienced firsthand the increasingly important role technology plays in every aspect of our lives. For all of us in the tech
was a
industry,
pretty
although we've had our
year.
set of challenges,
NVIDIA
2020
and
was
AMD.
perhaps one of our
Nothing
most
is in
productive
stock.
years.
Everything is overpriced.
From how we work, to how our kids learned, to our
And
entertainment,
mining is
to
on
accelerating the
boom.
pace of our
Like,
digital
come on.
transformation.
Arre ruko.
High-performance computing has never been more important
Ruko.
in our daily lives or to our future. The world needed us to
Straight
turbocharge
guys.
our technology capabilities, and our industry delivered wonderfully in so many different ways. At AMD, our focus has always been to push the envelope on high-performance computing across the cloud, infrastructure, and personal computing. And in 2020, we broadened our focus to ensure we were working with our partners to drive innovation, provide more capability, and meet the new requirements of a digital-first world. I'm most proud of the work we have done with technology applied to solve some of the world's most challenging research problems. A great example of this is the work in the scientific community. Scientists and researchers really pivoted on a dime to pool their resources to rally around research on vaccines, therapeutics, and other important learnings to combat and understand the pandemic. And to help them do this, the AMD COVID-19 HPC Fund donated over 12 petaflops of supercomputing last year to many of the world's leading universities and labs conducting infectious disease research. Let's hear from some of the researchers on their work.
When the pandemic came along, there was a remarkable moment. Almost overnight, it seemed, the researchers that had been working on various other applications changed their research quickly to address COVID more directly.
I've never seen such a universal desire to reach out across disciplines to form these interdisciplinary collaborations to try to do what we can to understand this virus, to understand the COVID-19 disease, and to help overcome the pandemic.
I'm the director of the Quran Institute of Mathematical Sciences.
I'm an associate professor of molecular biosciences.
We run the big computers. We do high-performance computing.
I am a professor in the Department of Mathematics and Statistics.
There's never enough computing available. There's always a huge demand.
That is where the AMD donation really comes into play. It's going to allow us to take all of this big data and make sense of it.
The hardware will enable scientific breakthroughs because it has been designed specifically to be an AI-capable machine.
The fact that this new platform that's being provided to us by AMD can do this quadrillion calculations.
Okay, let's volume कम कर दिए इनके मैंने. This is basically they're sharing the AMD sponsored them for data and help. So AMD के processors वैसे data handling और सब मतलब professional workloads में वैसे better हैं, they're better. तो वो तो obviously पता ही है. Ryzen पहले से ही better है, मतलब second generation से ही तो fourth generation आ गया 5000 series, so yeah. So basically, this is boring stuff. It is boring stuff.
Time is important, and getting solutions and ideas and possible, therapeutics and drugs as soon as you can is of paramount importance.
We have many people across 55 departments, or more than 55 departments, in fact, that are doing COVID-related research.
The researchers made these rapid changes in their work. And I think that speaks to the generality of the machine learning methods, but also to the power of the computing. And then AMD came along with this remarkable gift of tremendous additional computing power at just the right time to help us accelerate the research results that leads to real answers.
The industry ability to partner with universities is a real boon to scientific development.
It's a really exciting time to be doing science, where the computer is really a part of the experiment and take us to places we never expected we would go.
People feel like they're a partner, they're part of something important. They all, drop what they have to do and they go work on this thing. We're all in it together, and that is just something really nice to see.
Those researchers truly are inspiring. And you know that what they're learning will not only help in this pandemic, but will actually position us much, much better for the future. Now, when the pandemic hit, our lives actually changed, practically overnight, as we went to working, schooling, and sheltering at home. In many businesses, digital transformations that typically would have taken years to complete were adopted in a matter of weeks or months. And while these shifts were challenging on a personal level, the differences were dramatic on the planet. Just take a look at some of the satellite data. This shows the level of harmful emissions in the skies over Europe. Fewer people on the roads meant significantly reduced emissions, improved air quality, and visibly less smog. At the same time, we transitioned to the new normal of working and schooling from home. We've all needed to adapt to new ways of communicating and collaborating, which has placed significantly higher demands on our digital infrastructure and made devices like the PC even more essential. So if you take a look at some of the user stats, Zoom users are now approaching 3.5 trillion minutes of meetings per year. Cisco WebEx meeting participants recently hit 600 million per month. And Microsoft Teams is now supporting 115 million daily active users. All of these examples make it clear how over the last year, our relationship with technology has fundamentally changed. The pandemic has elevated technology to become an essential part of how we live, work, play, and communicate. And at the center of all this technology is high-performance computing. That's why I'm very excited today to be joined by leaders from several of the industry's most important companies to share their perspective on the technology trends and products that will define 2021. Together, we'll show you how advances in high-performance computing will once again reset expectations for what's possible across PCs, gaming, and the data center. So with that as an introduction, let's get started with one of our biggest partners and a company that plays a significant role across each of these markets. To talk more about our work together, please welcome Microsoft Chief Product Officer, Panos Panay.
Hi, Lisa.
Hey, Panos, it's so good to see you. Thank you for joining me today.
You bet.
Boy, I think I've connected with you quite a bit over the past few months on Microsoft Teams, so I feel like I see you in the screen all the time.
We've definitely learned to work together this way, for sure.
So look, it's been an incredible time in the world and, certainly for tech. Microsoft is at the center of that and really empowering people. Can you tell me a little bit about what it's been like for you and the team at Microsoft these last 10 months?
Like many people at Microsoft, they're learning to work differently. And, I feel that certainly. I mean, yesterday I was in a meeting with Satya. My dogs were barking in the background. The garage door opened. And, you're kind of working through it. I think like everybody, we're still adapting, still learning. It takes time. How we connect with each other is changing right now, Lisa, in a huge way. How we work is changing. How we learn is changing. So school, work, even how we're gaming, which is so important to what we do together, and then ultimately we're seeing that, at Microsoft, that PC, it's becoming more essential than it's ever been before, but not only as a productivity tool, but as a tool to connect with other humans and people in general, whether it's at school or work. And you see that, you just said it, as we work together, it's super powerful because we can continue to move forward, continue to push the boundaries. And I think between our companies, it's our responsibility to help tech disappear into the background and help people do that connection. Our customers need that right now more than ever. And so we can talk about how folks are kind of working at Microsoft, but then you can see this intensity of usage of our products together. That's really coming to life. How we support that day in and day out matters, but how we look to the future also. And to your point, whether it's the intensity on Teams or Windows or Azure on the back end supporting so much, or just the delight of being able to game on a PC or an Xbox right now, that you have a whole team at Microsoft, the whole company, if you will, kind of rallying around how to help people stay connected, work, play, and learn, and ultimately being able to partner with AMD has been phenomenal for us.
Well, look, I think, Panos, actually, I think we see it exactly the same way. It's such a special time where we can really use technology to help people do all the things that they need to do. And frankly, it is how we stay connected. So, I'm so proud of the work that we've done together. It's, our partnership is just incredibly broad and, spans all the way from, cloud and data center to, console gaming, and then, to Windows and Surface. It's just been, so great to partner with your team. So can you talk a little bit about some of the co-engineering and what we're trying to accomplish?
Yeah, I think it'd be great. I'd love to. First, let me just say, AMD's momentum right now is incredible. The impact you're having on the world, the work you've done. Let me just say that, and truly from the most humblest place. We've been working together, Lisa, for a long time, you and I. But before I get into any of that, we should start right now. When you talk partnerships, we got to start with gaming, don't we? Working on the Xbox Series X gaming, don't we? Doesn't happen in a silo. Doesn't happen in a silo. This is two teams getting together, getting right down to the depth of what the heck is this? On the planet, and that's the work we do together. I think some people just think it, sometimes I hear it just happens. No, these are two teams coming together, working in detail. Then take it to the next level, the work you're doing with Azure, the detailed work with AMD and Azure coming together with Epic, delivering for Game Pass and xCloud. These are real depth partnerships. And here's my favorite thing, and the way we work together, and for those of you who don't know, you can take that architecture and that thinking that drives the Xbox, the RDNA architecture, if you will, RDNA 2, I think, and you just move that into what is the PC. Like, and that's what just, now I get super excited, of course, because you know how much I love Windows, how much I love working on these products. Leading into your Radeon product, which has been so incredibly powerful for the PC right now to help gamers push forward, to help the high-performance PC compute happen. And right now, think about customers in this time. We have that intensity of usage. This is even CAD at home or gaming at home, being able to push 64-core computing with Threadripper. You're doing all that with us, but it's really the detailed work of the two teams coming together to bring that to life. But let me also share with you, we created a small video for you, Lisa. I knew what we were coming on today, and I thought, boy, it'd be so fun.
Yeah, I'd love to see it.
Xbox. Or what? Yeah, Xbox. Ryzen 5 Surface laptops. They're promoting their games and shit so hard. Like, come on. Microsoft का event नहीं है. Literally, भाई. Forza game भी promote कर रहा है. दूसरे ब्रांड्स भी आ रहे हैं. अच्छी बात है. ये तो एटलीस्ट अच्छी बात है कि दूसरे ब्रांड्स भी हैं. एंड पहले होता था कि गेमिंग बेसिकली आधी मार्केट इंटेल की थी, आधी से ज़्यादा ही. एंड AMD पे कोई प्रीमियम चीज़ें बनाता ही नहीं था. AMD was like the budget option. But
Panos, that was fantastic. Thank you again for joining us. It was great to see you, and thanks for providing those insights for our audience.
What a blast. Lisa, thank you for having me. I really am grateful, and thank you for this partnership. I think AMD is doing amazing things right now, and your tech is moving this world forward, and we're so grateful for it.
Now let's turn our attention to PCs. In 2020, approximately 300 million notebooks, desktops, and Chromebooks were sold. That's the highest number since 2014. And we expect demand to be even higher in 2021 as the PC continues playing an even larger role in our daily lives. At AMD, we believe the PC has never been more essential. Now, last November, we introduced our first processors powered by our new Zen 3 CPU core. Zen 3 is a new architecture that brings new capabilities to PCs while delivering leadership performance and energy efficiency. The Zen 3 core is a phenomenal example of AMD's dedication to building the best technology. We redesigned the core to deliver our largest generation-over-generation performance increase since we launched the Zen family. Zen 3 increases our lead in overall performance and energy efficiency and also delivers the best single-threaded performance. As a result, the Ryzen 5000 series CPUs are the fastest processors in the world for gamers and creators. Now, we designed Zen 3 to scale from ultra-thin notebooks all the way up to supercomputers. And I'm excited to announce we're starting 2021 by launching the most powerful PC processors ever built for ultra-thin and gaming notebooks. Today, I'm proud to introduce the AMD Ryzen 5000 series mobile processors powered by our new Zen 3 core. These new chips offer both tremendous performance and long battery life. In fact, AMD is the only company with an 8-core x86 processor for ultra-thins. For many years, the notebook PC market was on an incremental pace. By combining our leadership design capabilities with 7nm process technology, our 4000 series mobile processors launched last year set a new performance trajectory for notebook processors. And we continue that new performance trajectory in 2021 with our Ryzen 5000 series mobile processors. You can expect to do more, to be more productive, and to have more immersive gaming experiences with a notebook powered by our new Ryzen mobile processors. Now, with so many of us working and learning from home in 2020, the performance and capabilities of our home PC actually defined how we worked and how we learned and much of our social interaction. We saw our productivity, our ability to create, and our opportunities to connect limited by the computing power of our PC. And for many of us, we wanted more. Our new AMD Ryzen 5000 series mobile processors for ultra-thin notebooks will be a significant step forward in performance and efficiency. With up to 8 of our new Zen 3 cores, the AMD Ryzen 5000 series are the best processors in the world for thin and light notebooks. Whether you're running general office productivity applications or more CPU-intensive tasks like video rendering, photo editing, or 3D design, the Ryzen 5000 series actually sets the new bar for leadership performance. Now, the AMD Ryzen 7 5800U is our best ultra-thin notebook processor. It has 8 cores, 16 threads with a boost up to 4.4 gigahertz, and all of this while operating within a 15-watt thermal design that's required for these ultra-thin notebooks. Now, when you take a look at the benchmarks across a large range of applications, it's just very clear that the Ryzen 7 5800U just runs your software faster. It's a very special product, the fastest x86 processor in the world for thin and light notebooks. Now, the performance is really great, but in the notebook form factor, battery life is also extremely important. And this is where the energy efficiency of the Zen 3 core truly shines. We've just done a ton of optimization in this space, and with the Ryzen 5000 series, you can expect up to 17.5 hours of general use and 21 hours of video playback on a single charge. Now that's a major jump compared to our previous generation and true all-day battery life. Now, notebook customers don't just buy thin and light laptops, but millions of people actually buy notebooks to play PC games. AMD has a rich history of PC gaming and deep ties to the gaming community. Gamers actually want desktop-like performance in the notebook form factor, and that's exactly what we built. Our new HX series mobile processors raise the bar for gaming notebooks. The HX brand actually represents our commitment to build the best processors for gaming. They feature the same Zen 3 cores from our best-in-class Ryzen 5000 desktop processors that deliver leadership frame rates. They're also unlocked for overclocking and have higher thermal ratings for sustained performance, which is key for gaming.
In a laptop.
Now let me introduce you to our top-of-the-line Ryzen 9 HX processors. The 5900HX boosts up to 4.6 gigahertz, while the 5980HX boosts up to 4.8 gigahertz, both with 8 cores and thermal design power of 45 watts or higher. So now let's take a look at the Ryzen 5900HX in action. What you're looking at here is a very graphics-intensive game, Horizon Zero Dawn, running on our new Ryzen 5900HX processor. We're running this game at 1080p with a high detail preset to really stress the CPU. And as you can see, our new mobile HX processors are delivering smooth frame rates of over 100 frames per second.
Ooh.
And for all of you looking for a mobile 4K experience, I'm happy to report that gaming notebooks featuring our new HX processors are also capable of delivering smooth gaming experiences when running at 4K at high settings. Now turning to some benchmarks versus a competition, whether you're talking about single-threaded performance or overall CPU performance, the HX series wins by a wide margin. This is why the best gaming notebooks of 2021 will be powered by AMD Ryzen Mobile HX processors. To bring the Ryzen 5000 mobile processors to market, we're really pleased with the strong partnership with the industry's leading PC OEMs. This year, we expect the number of notebook designs powered by our new generation of Ryzen mobile processors to grow by 50% compared to the Ryzen 4000 series. We expect more than 150 ultra-thin gaming and professional notebooks powered by Ryzen 5000 series to launch this year. This means even more choice for consumers. And you won't have to wait long to get your hands on these new systems, with the first notebooks expected to be on sale from the world's top notebook providers in February. We couldn't be more excited about what the Ryzen 5000 will do for you in 2021.
That's good. Intel
To drive innovation in the PC market, you need great partners. Our next guest leads one of the world's largest PC companies. Let's welcome HP CEO and a great friend, Enrique
HP.
Lores. Hi, Enrique. Thank you so much for joining me today. It's great to see you to start the new year together.
Lisa, it's great to see you as well, and congratulations
इससे
for
बढ़िया किसी
keynote
प्रोफेशनल
in this year
गेमर
in
को ला
AMD,
लेते हैं
and also for all the success of AMD.
Well, look, we are so honored to be partnered with HP. HP has really been at the center of Silicon Valley innovation. And during the past year, you and I have talked a lot about, really the charge that you're leading in helping consumers and businesses
HP वही था ना जो पहले HP Omen के लैपटॉप्स बना रहा था हाई एंड में बट उनमें AMD CPU नहीं था
trends that you've seen accelerating over the past year?
Sure. I think one of the most important things we have seen during the last months is that PCs have become essential. With people working from home, kids learning from home, playing from home, families entertaining from home, the PC have become
Everything
really the
from
center
home.
of
हम
all
भी
these
home में
processes.
बैठे
And
इवेंट
this
भी
is
home में
driving
ही
a
हो
new
रहा है
source of innovation,
कहता है
enabling
भाई
people to do things
4-5
from
बार
their
बोल दिया
homes,
इसने from
connecting to
home
their offices, really becoming much more efficient.
fuck
And this is
भाई
what we all have been working together. And I think we also have learned that it's not only about developing technology, it's about developing technology that everybody can access, because I think we have an obligation as well to make sure that technology doesn't help to divide our current societies. So this is something that we are working together on that I think is very important as well.
No, I think you're absolutely right, Enrique. It's such an opportunity for us to offer
Hi bro the
technology
legend
to help
अपन
people
chill
in all
कर रहे
walks
हैं
of
इवेंट
life.
देख रहे हैं
So,
AMD
look, I
की
think the AMD HP partnership has, spanned a really broad reach from commercial PCs to ultra-thin consumer
हाँ इसको
notebooks
नीचे कर
to
दे
gaming and creator
वरना
PCs.
पूरी इवेंट
So
में
we just
दिक्कतें
showed
दिखाते
everyone the
जा
new
रहे हैं
AMD Ryzen 5000 mobile processors, and we truly appreciate the deep partnership with HP. Can you tell us about some of the designs that you're planning this year?
Yes, and before that, it's probably useful to recap a bit. I still remember the first meeting you
deep
and I had
partnership
when none of us were the CEOs of our companies, where we were thinking and designing the first commercial PCs with AMD. And we have really gone a long way since
this
these
is
very
much
early
better
conversations 6-7 years ago. And I think with the launches this year, we have really shown how much progress we have made. And whether we look at the versatility of the new designs, the security that we have built into the
भाई
solutions,
boring
and the new form factors and the premium
क्या कर रहे हो
designs that we are bringing,
क्या
clearly
कर
we
रहे
are
हो
making a
भाई
difference, and we are
HP
showing what the combination
Asus
of
is
both
better than
companies
you
can bring to the market.
No, you're so right, Enrique.
everybody
What I really
knows
appreciate is that every year the technology
Asus
gets
के
better, the
laptops देखो
partnership gets
भाई
better, and I
इतने
think
sexy
our
Asus
what we
Zephyrus
can offer our customers gets
G14
better.
हाँ
So,
G14
look, it's an incredible time for
इतना
innovation
sexy
in the
laptop है
PC market
और
and across tech more broadly. Enrique, thank you so
ये
much
तो
for
बिल्कुल
joining us
नहीं है
today. I'm really, really thankful for our partnership and look forward to
HP
all
के
the great new
laptops तब आए
devices
भी
that
नहीं थे
we'll have
अच्छे
out
इतने
in
but
2021.
okay
Thank you.
we'll see future में
Thank you,
क्या
Lisa.
लाते हैं thank you Lisa
Now let's turn our attention to gaming. Gaming has continued to grow in recent years, and 2020 was another record
this
year.
is
4 in 5 US
boring
consumers have played a video game in the past 6 months.
ooh
And at $174 billion in annual revenue, the
fuck
gaming industry
gaming
is
इतना
actually
बड़ा है
larger than the
देख लो
movie and music industries combined. We're now approaching
देख
3
लो
billion people playing games.
fuck
That's 40% of the world's population. Now, gaming
damn
is at the heart of so much of what we do at AMD.
gaming she's
Gamers
like
push us to
gaming
innovate faster because they always want more. More frames, more pixels,
yeah more
and more immersive
frames
experiences.
more
Which is exactly what we
price
deliver with our
Ryzen
new CPUs and
5000
GPUs and the new generation of
X570
game
platform
consoles powered
expensive
by
than
AMD. The
Z490
hottest products in the world today are the new game consoles from
हाँ
Microsoft
PlayStation
and
5 पे
Sony.
सब मर रहे हैं
Panos
पगलाए
mentioned our
पड़े
work
हैं
with
और
Microsoft to build
Xbox people are like
high-performance
ignoring
CPUs and
कि ठीक है
GPUs
जो
for the
Xbox के
Xbox
fans
Series
ले
X
लेंगे
and Series
but
S. We're
everybody
also
wants a
incredibly
PlayStation
proud
like
of our
come
deep
on
partnership with Sony to
इससे
power
बढ़िया
the new
PC ले लो
PlayStation
यार
5. All these next-generation consoles use
but okay
custom
जो भी
AMD
है भाई
SoCs
लोगों
with
को home
Ryzen and
theater
Radeon
chill
technology.
experience
Console
चाहिए अपने
gaming has
काश
never
से
looked
बड़े बड़े
better,
TV
and
पे
AMD
so
is
it's
providing the underlying
fine
technology pushing 4K gaming across these platforms. Now, for PC gamers, we introduced high-end graphics cards to the desktop PC market at the end of 2020 with the Radeon RX 6000 series. With the Radeon 6900 XT, 6800 XT, and
भाई ये सांस भी
6800,
लेती है
we have
मैं जब वीडियो
leadership at
बनाता
the
हूँ
high
या
end.
लंबी
The
लाइंस
reviews and
बोलता हूँ
awards for these products have been
तो सांस
fantastic,
लेता हूँ मैं
and
ये
we know
सांस
that
भी
millions
लेती
of
है
gamers are excited about the RX 6000 series. Whether you're building your own gaming rig or buying
लिटरली
a new
भाई
gaming
इसका
PC,
माइक
we
भी
truly
इतना
have the
पास है
best
बट
for
साउंड भी
PC
नहीं आता
gamers.
है
We're working with our partners to
क्या है
drive a
डीप
record
कूल
number of premium desktop gaming systems from OEMs and from system builders,
okay
featuring our new
main
Radeon
gear
RX 6000 series graphics cards
main gear
and our
दिखा बस
Ryzen
मुझे
5000
thermal
series
take
desktop CPUs. Now, the
हाँ जिसमें
underlying graphics
probably deep
architecture
cool
for
है
all these new PC and console products is AMD RDNA 2. With RDNA 2, we really exceeded our goals. We doubled the performance from the first generation of RDNA in 2019, And we achieved a 65% performance per watt increase while
अच्छा
supporting the
ठीक है
full
बढ़िया है
DX12
Ryzen
ultimate
6
experience
ओ
for gamers.
RX
The team did a
6000
great job
सीरीज
with this
अच्छी है
architecture, and you'll see many more
बट
products
मजा
in
नहीं आ रहा है
2021
क्या हो
with
रहा है भाई
RDNA
क्वालिटी
2.
इतनी
We
गंदी
talked
क्यों आ
about
रही
the
है
importance. We talked about the importance of gaming notebooks a bit earlier, and we'll be bringing RDNA 2 to gaming notebooks next. So let me show you a
yes
preview of the
but
RDNA 2 graphics
RTX
architecture in a
नहीं होगा
notebook
ना
reference
RTX
design.
कम
What you're looking at here is
performance
Dirt
so
5,
yep
another demanding game running at ultra-high settings in
Dirt 5 is
1440p.
not
And what you see is more than
demanding
60
game
frames per second. Just beautiful, smooth gameplay. We're on track to
okay
launch the first notebooks with RDNA 2 in the first half of the year with our partners. And you'll also see new mainstream
Cyberpunk चलाओ
RDNA
ना
2
यार
desktop graphic card designs in the first half of the year as well. We're very excited
ओ
to have
छोटे
RDNA 2
graphic
across the
card
entire
ये क्या
spectrum, from
है
consoles to desktops to notebooks soon.
6500
Now, while console and PC gaming are the most fun for some
tease कर
people,
रहे
for
क्या
others, it's gorgeous content and Hollywood
this is
films.
they're teasing
Today,
us
high-performance
yes
computing makes it faster and less expensive to produce amazing movies and TV shows. My next guest has overseen some of the most beloved stories and
come
characters
on
ever, with visual effects and computer
ठंडी हो
animation
रखी
powered
है
by
यार
AMD. Francois Chardavon is the head of technology for
बकचोदी चल रही है
Lucasfilm
event
and
में
Industrial
guys
Light and Magic.
Hi.
I don't like
Really
it
happy to be here, Lisa.
Great to see you. Thanks for joining
आज
us.
मतलब हमें पता था
ILM,
कि Ryzen
Lucasfilm, and
5000
AMD have worked
सीरीज
together
RX
now
60
for more than a
800 ये सब
decade.
लॉन्च हो चुका
Yet
है तो इस इवेंट
2020
में
is
CS में
probably
कभी
one of the
कुछ नहीं
most
होता है
memorable
जो
of
पता
the
नहीं
years
क्या
that
है
we've worked together.
CS
The
में कुछ
demand for
आता ही नहीं
content
है
is through the
CS में
roof. Can you
जेन्युइन
tell us a
बड़ी
little bit
चीजें
about how
सेक्सी चीजें
2020 has
आती ही
changed the
नहीं
way
है
you work?
Absolutely, you're right.
हमेशा CS
Lucasfilm
is like
just
the
recently
ignored
announced
sibling
10 new
और
series
MWC के टाइम
and
पे
feature
ये अपनी
films,
इंडिपेंडेंट
and a
इवेंट
lot
रख
of
लेते हैं
studios
लोग
are doing
और
the same
सब कुछ
thing.
आता है भाई उस टाइम
Content creation is
लिटरली
through the
सब
roof
कुछ
across all of the major content creators. And for ILM in particular, despite all the disruption for 2020, it's been an incredibly busy year. And we're looking out to 2021, and it's going to be even bigger. We built an entirely new studio from scratch in Sydney, Australia, to add to our 4 other studios. We opened a few months before the pandemic really hit, and it was an opportunity for rethinking from the ground up all of our infrastructure to make sure that we're making the
ओके
best
इसका
choices
खत्म हो
possible.
जाएगा तब मैं जिंदा
One
हो
of the most
जाऊंगा अभी मैं
important
जा
parts
रहा
of our
हूँ
infrastructure for what we do is the render farm,
भाई
really the
ये
compute
ठीक है
firepower that creates all of the images that you see on screen. And for Sydney, we decided to go exclusively with AMD to build our facility up.
ओके
And that was
AMD
something that
एक्सक्लूसिव सारे
really
गेमर्स वही कर
empowered
रहे हैं
that
आजकल
studio to hit the
so
ground
it doesn't
running
matter bro
despite all the disruption of 2020.
कब
Wow,
खत्म हो
Francois, that's
गए
just fascinating. I mean, just to think of all
it's
the things that you
fascinating
guys have to think
lol
about when you're, producing, the best content in the world. So,
guys
you guys
जो
were
भी join
really
कर
an
रहा है
early
make sure you
adopter of
like
AMD EPYC and Threadripper. Can you tell us a little bit about how the tech
and
works
मेरे
for
को
you?
channel switch करना है
Absolutely. I mean, I think for us,
English
it's really about scale and flexibility. Scale just to produce the sheer amount of content across all of our studios where we just need as much firepower as possible. And AMD is really focused on building out the amount of
Productivity AMD
power
में
that you can
अच्छी
put
है
in
वैसे
any individual's hands. The amount of
and
threads
जो
and
भी दिख
cores that
रहा
you
है
have available is unprecedented.
hit the like button
And
यार
this really helps us deliver the content that we have. That scale comes into play a whole lot more than it ever has, even for interactive processes, not just the overnight processes, where more and more we're just seeing software take advantage of that sheer amount of threads that are available with AMD processors in a way that software never has before. And so artists are able to make changes and immediately see the results. That gives you more of an intuitive sense of how when you turn the knob, it really affects what you see on screen. That really changes how you approach the creative process.
Francois, you sound like you love cores and threads just as much as I do. So we love that. But you're really pushing the envelope on what technology can do, and it sounds like there are actually things that you can do in your creative pipeline or workflow that you weren't able to do before. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
As artists more and more are having to tackle really high resolution content, high dynamic range, more bit depth, it's just a lot of data to process. And a lot of the codecs, the compression algorithms for the content are becoming more and more elaborate than they have before. And being able to play back at speed 4K content, 8K content. We have rides that are projected on huge screens that are sometimes multiple 16K content. We've never been able to review that before. And that's an area where we're really looking to AMD to help us solve that problem in a cost-effective way that used to be really limited to specialized hardware. And AMD is making that a whole lot more commoditized than it ever has in the past.
That's fantastic. Really, really exciting stuff. I know we're all looking forward to seeing it. Well, thank you so much for joining us today and giving us, some of your insights on how, high performance computing really does enable all of the wonderful work that you do at ILM and Lucasfilm. We're really proud to be your partner and really look forward to doing much, much more together in the future.
Thank you so much, Lisa. This has been great, and AMD has been an amazing partner through all this.
Let's take a look at some of the great work by Lucasfilm and ILM using high-performance computing.
Star Wars. Why? What the fuck?
To share more about our work in the PC, workstation, and server markets, let's welcome our great friend, Lenovo Chairman and CEO, Yang Yuanqing. YY, it's great to see you today. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Lisa. Thank you for having me here.
I've heard you say Lenovo is focused on building smarter technology for all. Data center, PCs, mobile phones, and smart devices. Can you tell me a little bit about what the Lenovo team experienced in 2020 when it comes to the world's transition to digital first?
Why some people predicted the smartphone would replace PC and tablets before. The work and the study from
भाई
home
AMD phones के प्रोसेसर में आ गया ना अब तक AMD आया नहीं है AMD आग लगा देगा I'm telling you guys Samsung की फाड़ देगा Qualcomm की फाड़ देगा Apple की फाड़ देगा Apple की नहीं शायद Apple में toe to toe सेम परफॉर्मेंस एप्पल वाली AMD देगा तो कैसा रहेगा बजट में भाई बजट में और ज्यादा कोर्स मतलब जी मतलब फोन में AMD आ गया तो मॉन्च और Samsung को हेल्प कर रहा है AMD टू बिल्ड देयर न्यू चिप एंड नेक्स्ट ईयर RDNA का GPU आएगा सब आएगा Samsung में Samsung Exynos में बट AMD इंडिपेंडेंटली आया मोबाइल मार्केट में तो बूम बाम हो जाएगा
How do you view our expanding partnership and what we're able to bring to customers in these markets?
We are happy to address different customer needs with a broad portfolio of technologies and the solutions we create with AMD. Our leading gaming systems are well recognized by esports enthusiasts. Our yoga products are the perfect blend of style and performance. Our ThinkPad and ThinkBook allows professionals take their productivity home or anywhere. And our workstations continue to generate creative contents and inspire the world.
That's just really fantastic, YY. We're starting a new year together during our digital CES, and I know you often use CES to kick off your most important announcements for the year. So can you tell us about some of the things that you're excited about for 2021?
As part of our smarter technology for all vision, we believe there should also be connectivity for all. We have embedded 5G technology across a number of our products to make sure they can be always on and always connected. But 2020 told us that what our customers need in the new normal is a breakthrough in a few existing
ये 5G की बात कर रहा था और ये बंदा लैग कर रहा है
absolutely essential.
What the fuck,
we are leveraging advanced technology
you're lagging
like
and you're talking about
artificial
5G
intelligence
okay
and the latest hardware innovations to drive breakthrough in
is
this
it my
space.
internet
As a customer-centric
is
company,
it my
Lenovo
internet
is definitely
no मेरा इंटरनेट सही था this is a premiere wow be right back.
In our research, in our work, in education, gaming, and the movies. But high-performance computing is also changing the world of professional sports. AMD is very proud to be an official partner to the 7-time champion Mercedes-AMG Formula One racing team.
Oh.
Now let's talk to our superstar driver, Lewis Hamilton, and team CEO, Toto Wolff, to find out how the world of high-performance computing and auto racing and esports are coming together. Louis, how are you? It's so great to see you after such a busy year.
I'm well, thank you. Thanks so much for having me.
Well, look, first, congratulations on your record-tying 7th Formula One Drivers' Championship. Just simply amazing. Toto, thanks for joining us, and congratulations to you as well for winning your 7th Constructors' Championship as a team.
Thank you for having me. I'm pleased to join you. And yeah, it was another good season. We won a 7th Constructor Championship. It was a difficult year with COVID-19, but finally on track, we were successful.
Oh, it's fantastic. I know it was such a grueling year, but you guys were just amazing. And hey, one of the things I know about you is that you love gaming, and AMD loves gaming too. In fact, I heard you might be having some fun in your downtime with your new AMD-powered Sony PlayStation 5.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, I've actually always been. My dad was actually. He was always into computers, and when I was younger, when we started racing, he worked on computers for the British Rail, and then he got into his own IT and network support company. So I remember being at home growing up, and my dad taking apart these the PCs, and I remember getting involved and learning how to build computers for him when I started working with him when I was 17. I was always into gaming, and watching the technology advance over the years has been absolutely mind-blowing. And yes, of course, I couldn't. Nagging everyone for the PS5 like everyone is. I finally got it, and I actually carry it around with me. I travel with it everywhere I go, and I have a real gaming monitor, the whole headphones. I'm fully geared up.
I'm just imagining you getting into the zone with your PS5, so that's wonderful.
PS5
you know, one of the reasons
लेके कौन travel
AMD is
करता
an
है?
official partner to your team is that
ठीक है भाई, ये racer है,
Formula One is
बढ़िया है,
such a
but
great application of high-performance computing technology.
PS5 और monitor लेके कौन travel करता है?
Of the role of technology in racing and how the team depends on partners like our computing technology.
Well, it's incredible when people look at the image next to you of the Formula One car. You know, everything is built in-house. Pretty much everything is built in-house. Give or take the tires and maybe brakes, but majority of the stuff is designed in-house and built in-house and designed on CAD machines. We, you know, the technology in terms of the software they use for aero data analysis.
इसका एंड करते हैं।
अनाउंसमेंट
तो हो गई इनकी 5900X आने वाला 5900 और 5800 आने वाले हैं आई गेस। सो instead of watching sponsored Mercedes, क्यों ना हम आराम से सो जाएं।
Weekend there's a huge amount of download. I think it's over 500 gigabytes of downloaded
Probably this
data,
is not a good stream and
back to the
इससे बढ़िया हम गेम खेलते हैं।
UK to headquarters is digested.
So yep, I'm ending the stream, and if Nvidia does something cool, Nvidia की stream करेंगे हम। We're gonna do the Nvidia stream, and we're ending stream right now. Okay, so yeah,
to get ahead,
we'll restart.